Later converted to maritime reconnaissance aircraft with 27th Squadron, and finally in 82 became a tanker. So it was finally disposed of in 1984, but was actually saved for the Vulcan display flight and was displayed by the Royal Air Force until it retired in 1993, last display season being the 1992. Lincoln coat of arms on its fin, plus the panther head of one group on the nose that represents all the Vulcan squadrons. And it's got a new one on at the moment on the nose, the Spirit of Great Britain. So it's supposed to encapsulate what she stands for, the Great British Never Say Die Bulldog Spirit. Yeah, good stuff. Of course, the elephant in the room has always been money. So far it's cost more than £8 million, and that includes 2.7 million of an unprecedented heritage lawsuit grant. They didn't get it first time, but they got it second, and the rest comes actually from you, the great British public. You've given your money in single pounds, tens of thousands of pounds, and some people have made quite large contribution. Sir Jack Haywood has been an outstanding contributor. Eddie Forrester of Aerobytes, a huge support from CAA and Marshall's Aerospace. Companies like EADS, AFBP, BAE Systems, Jefferson, Subaru, AD Holdings, Goldrich, Rolls-Royce, despite this is only really safe until the end of this display season. Actually desperately keen to keep the money flowing in. What they really want to do is to have it around to celebrate the London Olympics, and even more importantly, fly of Buckingham Palace in 2012 to celebrate Her Majesty's Diamond Jubilee. Actually, the Queen says she's quite fond of the Vulcan, so she's even named one of the corgis. Actually, it's not a corgi, it's a Dory. Corgi Datsun Cross, she's called that Vulcan. So there are other people who support us, so why shouldn't we support the Vulcan? Business plan actually is for commercial sponsorship, but it's kind of a good time at the moment for that. Vulcan with us, DFC. He was the guy he was the reserve Vulcan in case something went wrong with the first one, and it did. They had a cabin pressure problem with part of the windscreen, so they had to return to the Ascension Islands. So Martin and his crew took over the role, and he was the reserve crew for Bluff 1 down at Port Stanley. So he actually, as I say, took on the mission because the original aircraft went unserviceable shortly after takeoff. It was a 16-hour flight. They had to say Vulcans and Victors. They dropped 21 1,000-pound bombs on the runway. Got 2 hits out of it, made it unusual for the fast jets, and that's important. As I say, he was awarded the DFC. The co-pilot. He actually used to fly on with the RAF Vulcan display team. He was a co-pilot. He looked very young at the time. We can't really bring results of very flew during the Gulf War. First pilot to achieve 100 combat hours during since World War II. But he's now
do you remember when we came
first officer on Airbus 340s.
That were serviceable took up.
Flying with Virgin. And there's one other member of the crew on board. For display purposes, they only carry 3, and that's the AEO, the Air Electronics Officer. Barry Macefield is doing that job today. Again, he was actually with the number 1 crew for Black Buck, so he was supposed to have flown the Black Buck sortie, but the number 1 crew went unserviceable. So between the two of them, there was sort of one, I should have been there, and the other, ooh, my lucky day.
That gentleman is behind it, just telling the Vulcans. Why doesn't it display really
So if you're enjoying this display and you want to help support the aeroplane, there is a quick and easy way to do it. There's always a quick and easy way to do it. And you can make a £3 donation just using your mobile phone. You text Vulcan to 82055 and you can be one of the people who keeps this magnificent aircraft in the air. That lovely noise comes from the 4 Rolls-Royce Bristol Olympus engines. They develop £16,500 static thrust each, so it's a pretty pokey aeroplane. Can get up to 65,000 feet. Operational radius without refueling, with a bomb load of 4,500 miles. Actually, I've just been joined by Phil Davies. Operationally, on the Vulcan, if they were flying operationally, how many people, and we got 3 on today because it's a display, but operationally, how many would they normally carry?
The normal operational crew was 5. You have 2 navigators, an AEO and 2 pilots.
Okay, now, I've certainly seen larger crews in that because they used to carry their own engineers sometimes.
Yes, there's a 6th and 7th seat, so you could actually carry 7 people, and quite often when we did overseas ranges going to the States or whatever, we'd have 7 people on board. For those who've seen in the back of a Vulcan, that was pretty cramped.
And the guys at the back are actually sitting facing backwards, aren't they?
Yeah, the 3 seats in the back face backwards, and the 6th and 7th seat that are kind of in the wheel wells almost, sitting on their parachutes.
Yeah, it was a little bit controversial, wasn't it? The pilots and the co-pilots sat on the ejector seats, the rear crew didn't, and that was controversial, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, but I think most of the crews who flew it, we relied on the pilots would make sure that we got away from the ground enough for us to slide down the door and operate our parachutes and go over that way. And people did, and people got out of the aircraft successfully.
Okay, lovely flight there, the flight path from